Hi guys, and welcome to part 3 of the PGR2 game night from the 3rd of October. And in this lot of races, we are in the Pacific Muscle Series. Various different cars being chosen for this race as well. Got plenty of Skylines. There's a couple Mitsubishi Lancers and Subaru as well. So, be pretty interesting. But round the first corner, a bit of mayhem as always. And we've got Henkau and Noel in first and second. Although Noel just had a bit of a collision with the wall there, and we're having a bit of a fight at this point, getting pinched against the wall, but able to come out in second. So Henkau is breaking away slightly, and we've got a bunch of drivers right behind, fighting for that third position. But coming around these S-bends, which are quite hard to do properly. But we've got a breakaway of 2 at the moment, Henkau in first, and me chasing that first position. Again, another corner, it's pretty hard to take. And you've got all the rest of the guys coming around that corner in sliding and crashing fashion. But I'm not sure who is in third place at the moment, but there's still a battle for first going on here. Coming into the hairpin, do hit Henkau up the arse slightly there, pushing him wide. He's able to recover quite well there. So he's still in first place. And there's a lot of these corners which are hard to judge, but managed to go around the inside just about there. And he's slipped into second place, but he's right on the bump properly there, cutting on the inside, forced me into the barrier slightly, and then Sakis is coming up in third place now and taking advantage of the crash there, so he's up into second place. So we're sitting in third place at the moment, coming around the last couple corners for the first lap done. Trying to re-overtake Sakis here, but not getting a good enough line through there. The Henkau's first over the line, but on the first corner able to get a good line through there. Just about get past Sakis at this part. And I'm not sure what happened there. I think I forced him slightly wide and then he crashes into the central reservation. So that's him gone for the minute, but I managed to get a good line through there, but I had to back out slightly, otherwise there was going to be a crash on that barrier there. So in second place, still behind Henkau's, holding that position in first place. Sakis now 2 seconds behind. And there's a group pretty close behind that, I think, in fourth onwards, fighting for that position. Again, braking early just to try and not hit the barrier, although it didn't really help us out too much. So first and second, pretty close again. Third place is closing in. We've had a couple that have left, so we're down to 6 in the lobby, but managing to slide on the inside there, retaking first place just about. Coming up to this corner, and just about still managing to stay in front at this point. Getting clipped on the rear, but holding it just about, so now there's going to be a battle for second place between Henkau and Sakis, and then there's me also, and they're in the draft as well, so the battle for first between the 3 of us is pretty close at this point. And Henkau gets the benefit of the doubt there in the corner, going on the inside, sliding around a bit, and I'll try and go around the outside, but then run into the back of him, which gives Sakis the opportunity to come alongside me, and there's all 3 of us within a tenth of each other there. So very close coming into the last lap. And it looks like there's a little gap between 4th and 5th there, building up. And I'm going slightly wide there, and Henkau seems to have dropped back slightly in 3rd place. So this might be a 2-horse race now until the finish. Trying to go through there full speed, absolutely ruining that. So Sakis takes full advantage and goes around the inside, leaving me no room to go on the inside. So he makes the move there, but still right on his tail. So again, seeing if he can come out on top around these corners. Trying to judge the braking point here. And then, it didn't look like it on my screen, but I did pin him against the wall, so I just wait for him just to catch up there, because that was a bit unfair. Couldn't stop myself sliding, and it didn't look like I made that much contact, but you could see that he stopped on the wall there, so. And overcooked that slide way too much, so losing a little bit of time around there. which also gives Henkow a little bit of room to catch up, so he's not completely out of it there in third place, but still first and second really close here. And then I crash into the inside of the barrier. Just about taking that one all right. And round here, sliding. And Sakis is right behind, so going two abreast down here to the final lot of corners. Nobody knows who's going to win at this point. Neck and neck, and a little bit of a coming together there, which forces me to slide slightly and lose control. As we come around the last corner to the finish, and then Sakis recognises that he spun me out, and I tried to brake as well, but he lets me go through there in first place, so we'll call that one a tie. That was pretty close there, and Henkow in his second behind there. And I think Rob was catching in fourth place there, 3 seconds behind in the Mitsubishi, Noel in fifth place, and Train Crazy Kid in sixth place. So moving on to the next race in Yokohama, 4 laps and more people in the Mitsubishi in the Skyline this time. So 7 of us in this race. We had 8 in the previous one, so we have lost 1. But this corner is always going to be nuts because we're going full speed into it, so I'll just back out slightly just to see what happens. And of course everyone's sliding into the wall. Do pin Rob slightly there, but comes back strong on the inside, but then we're able to undercut him around there and get a good exit there as well. So in first place for first lap, sliding around that corner a little bit too much, and there's a bit of chaos behind. Noel appearing in second place there, 2.5 behind, but it looks like there's a lot of fighting going on there, so I'm going to skip it on at this point because nothing really happens for a good portion of this race actually. Now we see Rob there was in second, so he's taken second place at that point. So it's all to do with who can get into second place and start trying to catch up, and it's Rob again. He's still in second there, and I absolutely misjudged that corner from looking behind. And so do Rob and HSV there. A lot of smashing going on into that corner. It's always the corner that everyone fails on, but that slowed me up quite a lot, but still will wind it forward. Not taking that corner particularly well. Now Sakis is in second place, trying to catch up now. He's 2.5 behind. Coming round these corners, still a 2.5 behind, so we're just about holding the position. Just clipping the back end on the barrier, coming round the finish. And he's dropped a little bit of time, actually 0.3 at 1.8 seconds. But then he's making some ground on these corners, so we'll go back into normal speed now because the battle for first is on. And I think HSV is catching up there in third as well. And I misjudged that corner horrendously, crashed into the barrier, and Sakis takes that very nicely. So moving up into first place, and I'm down to second on the third lap, making a few mistakes. So can we get into the slipstream to try and hold on to a chance of being able to take first place? Coming into the last set of corners before the last lap, I think I give him a slight nudge there. Under braking accidentally. Both taking out okay. I think Sakis gets a better exit there, and HSV is in third again, so it's the same 1, 2, 3 as the last race. Sakis 6/10 ahead, and HSV is 1.3 seconds behind for the last lap. And let's see if I can actually take this corner better this time. And the answer is no. Go too conservative and crash into the inside of the barrier this time. So lost all composure at this point, and HSV takes that very well. He's coming right up the inside. And again, taking that awfully. Dropping down into third place now. It's gone horrendous so far. Dropped 2 positions. And looking behind, it's quite spread out there between 4th, 5th and 6th. So seeing if we can take back second place before the finish line. Sakis is well and truly gone now. Just about outbraked him there, although there was a bit of lag, so I'm not sure what's going on, but I think we're in front of him at this point. Flying past Train Crazy Kid again, and Henkow just about misses that collision. So just about hold on to second place, so regain that. So not too bad in the end. See the times when they pop up. So 3 seconds behind Sakis in first, HSV was a second behind me, and we've got Rob in 4th place, and Henkau in 5th, and Noel in 6th place, and Train Crazy Kid in 7th place. So a little bit of a tighter race. There is a particularly good race right at the end of this this episode. In the 4th race is very good, but we're into the 3rd out of 4 races now. Again, a mixture of cars. I think the RX-7's being used there, or is that the Supra? I think that might be the Supra actually. Again, a few Skylines, the Subaru being used there, and the Mitsubishi as well. So the first corner, as usual, is a bit messy, but we managed to stick to the inside and avoid a lot of the chaos. So, familiar theme, Henkau starts in first, and I'm in second chasing him down, and I think Sakis may be in third. So going over this bouncy section, which is difficult to take without spinning out really. And Henkau smashes into the barrier there, able to just swing round into first place, and there's a lot of people there. A mighty gaggle behind, fighting for that second place. So it's just about if we can take things smoothly at this point. Henkau still in second there, can't see who's in third. Around here, I think there's a bit of a collision there, so we're going to wind this on a lot this time because this is fairly uneventful, this one. You can see who's mounting the attack, but only 3 laps this time, so into second lap, and Sakis is behind now in second place. So it looks like on the mini-map Sakis has broken away and the rest of the pack is very close together there in 3rd onwards, 3rd, 4th and 5th it looks like. So winding this all the way through, you can see how close he is. So 4 seconds now, coming around the last few corners for the last lap. You can see him in the rear view there, 2.7, so he's gained a lot of time there. And that was a bad corner by me, way too wide. Sliding again around there, 1.8 seconds, the gap is closing still, is whether we can hold off until the finish line. Managing to hold him off in some corners, but then he gains in some of the others. 1.7 seconds, that stayed about the same. So just normal speed for the last bit of the race. Still gaining. Seeing if we can hold on to the finish, no mistakes hopefully. And there we go. Cross the line there. 1 slide, 2 slide. And I think it was about a second behind in the end, so give it another lap and that would have been interesting. But Rob has finished in 3rd. Henkau's still running in 4th, sorry. 12 seconds behind in 4th, and Noel's just behind in 5th. And HSV just behind in 6th, so that was really close there between 4th and 6th. So we move on to the last race, which only has 6 people in, but this is a very interesting race. Lots of swapping of positions all the way up into the final lap and the finish line. So another hectic first corner, right-hand hairpin. Choosing to go on the inside, but there's a lot of crashing and spinning, and HSV is actually in the RX-7. That's the first time we've seen that, I think. A couple of Mitsubishi Lancers and a few Skylines as well. So Noel there in second place, and Henkau just about able to go on the inside there. Getting pushed slightly wide there, but able to get on the inside of Noel there. 1, 2 and 3, very close, and there's a little group behind as well forming. 4th, 5th and 6th. Completely took Noel out there, did not mean to do that at all. But it looks like he's recovered quite nicely from that, and he gives some back as well, so that's honours even there. Henkau goes a little bit wide, Noel's on the inside again, I think he spun out slightly there. So we've got Henkau first, me drafting just in second place, but oh no, what's happening now? Reloaded into the barrier, shotgun shell to the face, but HSV storms into first place, Noel's in second, Rob in third, me and Sakis just in 4th and 5th, I accidentally clicked the radio and then braked too late, so I was trying to figure out what was going on there. Messed up that corner badly, so dropping down into 5th place. But it's all to play for still on the 2nd lap. Noel just in front in 4th, Rob's in 3rd, Sakis in 2nd there. Noel goes a little bit wide there, so able to gain a position into 4th place, but Rob's right on Sakis' tail there. I'm trying to stick really close to the inside of the barrier. And 1st, 2nd and 3rd is really close up there now. Rob again's going for the inside move. I'm not sure what's going on with the HSV, he's lagging a bit, but Sakis comes out badly from that. So round the outside, and then drift round the inside, but he takes a little bit of a better line, because I knew he was going around the outside there. So I didn't want to crash into him, so he's got the speed coming out of here. And then just misjudges that slightly, because there is a bit of a jump there, so he crashes into the wall, and HSVs seemed to be slow there, but then lagged and sped up, so that was a bit strange. But again, 3 of us crossing the line within a 1/10 of a second into the 3rd lap. Rob in 1st. I think I was just in 2nd there, and HSV was in 3rd. And again, a lot of lag. Not sure what's going on. But managed to come out of this in 1st place. And I think Rob's in 2nd there. HSV is in 3rd. Drifting around the inside and not taking the best line, so they are catching me up here. Managing to just about go around the inside. It's hard to know which line to take when there's lots of you racing around the same corner. Can get a bit mental. But 3 abreast going into this corner again, and I think Sakis is caught right back up, so that's going to make it a 4-way battle for the lead. Just getting 4 slightly wide, but managing to hold it. And there's a crash, a little bit of a crash there between HSV and Rob, which allows Sakis to pull all the way through. Come around the final corner for the final lap, and I go on 2 wheels, stops me turning, straight into the barrier. I braked enough, but it went on 2 wheels, couldn't turn, so that leaves Sakis in front for the last lap. I'm crossing for 2nd, and HSV's in 3rd, so it's whether we can mount any sort of attack to try and get 1st place back. HSV's still in 3rd there, and I think Rob's just behind him, so they'll be battling for 3rd place. Taking these corners all right. I think I may have made a little bit of time there. 1.2 seconds behind Sakis now. Taking this corner really nicely. So making a little bit of ground, but only half a lap left. Taking that one quite nicely as well. So we definitely made some time up. Up to 6/10 now, or down to 6/10, and then I hit the inside of the barrier on the 2nd to final straight, so that's 100% ruined that challenge for 1st place. And then also not judging this right, sliding into the barrier. So there we go, and Rob absolutely flies into the wall there. So Sakis finishes in 1st. I think I've finished in 2nd most times here, so that's 2nd place for me. HSV gets 3rd, and I think Rob's going to cross in 4th. And Noel just a couple seconds behind, and Henkau a couple seconds behind there. So only 10 seconds really between 1st and 6th. Pretty close race all the way there, but that's going to be the end of this one, guys. So I will see you in part 4, where we'll be driving the Extreme Series cars. So that should be good as well. So I'll see you in the next one.